Hi friends, hope you are doing great. Today we are going to see about the Cloud Data Flow demo. Cloud Data Flow offers simplified streaming and data processing batch data processing. It's a data processing service. So today we are going to see the demo. Data Flow, we are going to use this quick start demo. So this is quick lab only friends. Actually I have logged into that quick lab, but I will paste these commands in like a document. I will update this document. So first we have to list the active account name with this command. So this is for training purpose only, no need to worry about this. This is the Google dashboard. So I'm sorry, actually I have selected the wrong Google account, so I'm selecting my correct Google account. So this is my Google Cloud. This is my console. So here this is the navigation menu. Go to the navigation menu here. So just click home page. Yeah, this is the home page. Okay, now what we are going to do means we are going to click the cloud shell, activate the cloud shell. So we are going to run these few commands. It is provisioning our Google Cloud Shell machine right now. It is connecting now. The terminal is connecting now. Cloud Shell terminal which is connecting right now. Okay, so just I'm enlarging it for you. So now we will copy paste gcloud auth list. We can list the active account name with this command. So this is not mandatory, just I'm uh, putting this command. I am giving this command for our training purpose. So this is active account, this is my GCP ID, mail ID, and active, this is account is active only. Okay, so next we will go to that project ID. We can list the project ID by using this command. So just enter this command. This is training purpose again, I told. So this is my project ID, composed sun. This is my project ID. Okay, so next we will move to next step. So here we have to check the project permissions. So before begin your Google Cloud, you need to ensure that our project has correct permissions with IAM. Okay, so we need to check in the IAM. So go to that IAM page. So here just go to the navigation menu. Here we have the IAM and admin. Just go to the IAM, and here we need to check it. Okay, so here if we are seeing this member, actually we should like it could be the member should be like that ID and compute at developer.gserviceaccount.com, and the name it should be compute engine default service account, and role should be editor, like that it should be. Okay, so see here friends, ID and compute at developer.gserviceaccount.com and compute engine default service account, role is editor. So if it is not like that, if the account is not present in IAM, does not have the editor role, follow the below steps. So we need to follow these steps if you don't have like that. Okay, so I will put that instruction also, steps also. So now in our console it is already added, this member has been already added, so no need to worry about it. Next I'm going to next step. Now next what we are going to do means we are going to create a cloud storage bucket. So let's move on to cloud storage bucket. Just go to the home page. Now I am going to create a cloud storage bucket. Already I have uploaded multiple videos about cloud storage. So now I am going to create a bucket right now. So create a bucket. So I am giving the name as HOID 123. Just click continue, then create a bucket dialog. Okay, name unique bucket, location type is region, US central one. So the location type I am selecting region, and I am selecting US central one. This is for training purpose. And yes, no need to worry about the other storage class. Just click create now. So we have successfully created the bucket. The bucket name is HID123. We have uh, selected the region only, right? Okay, so next what we are going to do means we are going to install pipe and cloud data flow SDKs. So we have to run these commands in that cloud shell. So now I am going to run this python 3 hyphen hyphen version. So go to that cloud shell again. So we need to run few commands. Just enter this command python 3 hyphen hyphen version. Why we are running this command? The cloud data flow SDK for Python requires Python version 3.7. We have to check that we are using Python version 3.7 by running this. Okay, Python 3 3.7 3.7.3 only it is running. Okay, now next command is install pip Python's package manager. Check if you already have pip installed by running this command pip3 hyphen hyphen version. So we need to check it whether it has been installed or not. Yes, it is coming like this pipe 18.1 from user live python 3 python 3.7. yeah, fine. So next we have to run few commands. So again we don't have this after installation. Okay, I'm sorry, after installation check that you have pip version 7.00 or newer. To update pip, run the following command. So we need to run this command sudo pipe3. So this command we need to run sudo pipe3 install hyphen u pipe. So collecting pip, now installing the collected packages. Pip successfully installed pipe to 21.1.3. successfully we have installed it. So then we need to put this command. If you don't have a virtual environment version 13.1.0 or newer, install it by running. So default I am putting this command sudo pipe3 install. It is collecting now. So we are getting like a warning message virtual, sorry, instead of this pipe it's coming like that. Then we need to run this command a virtual environment, which is a directory tree containing its own Python distribution. To create a virtual environment we need to run this following command. So we have to run this command virtual environment hyphen p python 3.7 environment activators base activators, like that it is coming. Let's see that. Okay, a virtual environments needs to be activated for each shell that will use it. Activate it sets some environment variables that point to where virtual environments directories. To activate a virtual environment in bash, run this command source environment bin activate. So I am putting this. Then see friends, now we are into this project. After entering this, it will come to that env environment. See here, now we are into this environment. Next what we have to do means we have to install the latest version of the Apache Beam for Python by running the following command from a virtual environment. Okay, so just copy here, let me put clear, then only it will come top. Yes, pip install Apache Beam square bracket GCP, close the square bracket. So now let's wait for it. Requirement already satisfied. Okay, done. Then we are going to, now we will see some warnings written that are related to dependencies. It is safe to ignore them for this lab. Okay, so we are getting some warning message. Actually maybe here we got some warning message, right? Okay, so we will be getting like this only, requirement already satisfied. Okay, already I have done 2 times, so that's what it is coming like that. So if you are doing first time, you will get some warning message like that. Okay, so then I am going to run the word count .py example locally by running the following command. So just copy this command and go to that cloud shell. Just I am putting clear, then it will come top. So python -m apache _beam.examples.word count. This is a word count program, and hyphen output files. Just enter it now. So now we are note we installed the Google Cloud Dataflow but are executing word count with Apache Beam. The reason for this is that Cloud Dataflow is a distribution of Apache Beam. We may see the message similar to the following. We will get the message like info route missing pipeline option runner executing pipeline using the default runner, like that we will get. We can ignore the message. Yeah friends, in top we will see whether we got that message or not. Obviously you will get that only. Here we have given that command, and if you are seeing the info route missing pipeline option runner executing the pipeline using the default runner direct runner, we are getting the same message only. We can ignore that message right now. Now we can now list the files that are on our local cloud environment to get the name of output file. So just we are going to list the file now. So I am putting this ls. So if you are seeing here, we are having this is our file, right? Output files. This is the output file 00 of 001. So what we need to do means copy the name of the file, output file, and cat into it. So we have to copy this command, and I will put this cat, and we have to copy paste this command cat. Okay, just enter it right now. So if you are seeing we are getting some output, right? Yes, great. We are getting some output, not output. We are into that file. We are into that output files. Okay, fine. So now the results show each word in the file and how many times it appears. Now what we are going to do means, now we are going to run an example pipeline remotely. We are going to run an example pipeline remotely. We are going to run this command. By using this command, we are going to set the bucket environment variable to the bucket which we have created earlier. So now what I am going to do means, I am going to copy this command. Just go to shell, and just let me put clear. So now we have to paste this command. Instead of bucket name, we need to give our bucket name. I think our bucket name is HOD123. Am I right? HOD123. Yes, correct. So now I have given my bucket name and just enter it now. So next command, now we will run the word count.py example remotely. Just copy this and go to the shell, activate the cloud shell. Just enter the command python p apache beam.example word count project dev shell project id. It will take the automatic project id as well as the bucket name also. So our region which we have given, US central one only, so that's what I am giving the same. Now we are going to enter that command. Now it is running now. Info apache beam internal gcp auth setting socket default timeout. It is running right now, so it will take some time to run this command. Then what we have done means, first we have created the cloud storage bucket. After that we are doing that, we are creating the job by using the data flow. We are using the commands only. After that, finally we will check the output in cloud storage bucket. So that's what we are going to do. And finally we should delete the cloud storage bucket so that the charges they don't charge it. It is taking time, friends. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. It is taking time. It is taking time. See this message, job message detail. I will pass this and I will do that.